Look, red states are being urged to consider building their own versions of Alligator Alcatraz. You might remember Ron DeSantis in Florida has built a brand new prison, which some leftists are calling a modern-day concentration camp, but really it's just to house illegal immigrants. And it is surrounded by a alligator-infested swamp. Now, Trump visited the facility.
Also known as Florida.
Yeah, in Florida, exactly. Trump and some other Republicans visited the facility. They loved it. And now the White House is urging other Republican states to follow in Florida's footsteps. Now, Alaska said they're not really sure if they have any plans to build any more detention centers at the moment. But if they do, they don't have alligators, but they do have bears. So you might have a bear-surrounded detention center. Other states, or South Carolina, said their gators are ready to go, ready to police the prisons for the illegal migrants. And so it's very exciting. I think this is really ushering in a new wave of prison guarding, free labour, definitely, from the vicious wild animals.
Whoever got the alligators to wear the hats deserves a bravery award. That must have been a really hard. How did you get them to stay on like that?
I've got to say, I think this whole Alligator Alcatraz is more about trying to convince illegals to self-deport rather than have illegals end up there. Have a listen to Donald Trump talking about how they would need to train prisoners in Florida to, when they run from the prison, to zigzag in order to escape the alligators.
The snakes are fast, but alligators are, but we're going to teach them how to run away from an alligator, okay? If they escape prison. How to run away. Don't run in a straight line. Run like this. And you know what? Your chances go up about 1%.
Nancy May from South Carolina, she said, we've got a swamp and a dream. South Carolina's gators are ready and they're not big on paperwork. So Republican governors right across the nation are embracing this idea of creating these centres, talking up the outrageous obstacles you would have to negotiate if you were to escape, not because they're cruel, Joe, but they're trying to send a message.
Obviously.
You are better off taking yourself out of the country than ending up here. We'd encourage you to do so.
Yeah, I think, look, it is absolutely zero surprise that Trump is doing this. He went to an election saying that is what he was going to do, and he got elected, and by golly, he did it. And it is one of the few, in fact, I think it's the only thing where he still has very clear majority support for his position. So it's dropped off. I haven't said the latest, but it's dropped off, you know, in other areas like international relations and Ukraine and stuff like that, the economy, the tariffs, whatever. Deporting illegal immigrants, people absolutely love it. And it's because illegal immigration undermines the labour market. So people doing it tough have their labour value undermined by people who are doing it cash in hand or off the books. And it also, you know, creates cost of living pressure for people, you know, in housing like we know here. So
and you end up with a Superman movie where he's wrestling crocodiles as he tries to escape. He is one good illegal immigrant who also illegally entered another country to stop a war. Do I have to remind you of that?